Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack here. Today I wanted to explain something that has been going on with this law in Spain called only yes is yes. So let's first start with this article from the Washington Post. Under Spain's new deal consent law, only yes is yes. Correction. Spain New Deal consent bill has become law. An earlier version of this article included that the upper house of the country parliament still needed to approve the legislation. So, yeah, that law is already approved. So let's get started with this. Spain lower house of parliament passed legislation Thursday that requires deal consent to be explicit rather than the rather than something that can be assumed to have been given through silence or by default, in a move that could classify non-consensual deal as the hard R word, like as we can see here, according to Spanish media. For example, there is another article from El País, so let's check that later. The build up the only yes means yes law passed 205 and 141 with 3 abstentions. In a tweet celebrating its passage, Spain's Equality Minister Irene Montero thanked the feminist parliamentary majority that made it possible. So yeah, women vote for this. With this inclusivity, the Ministry of Women's in Spain, they voted for this. So you will get that wine started to get angry. Adding the hashtag solo CSC or only yes is yes. The law was written after courts in the country ruled that two cases of deal violence that occurred in 2016 were not the hard R word, triggering widespread public anger. Is what is widely known as the Wolfpack case. 5 men were accused of struggle snuggle, a 18-year-old woman during the annual running of the bulls in Pamplona, a city in northeastern Spain. So let me clarify this. This 18-year-old woman fucking lied. She fucking lied and ruined 5 men's lives only because sadly these guys couldn't hold their own dick and this fucking woman consent into do a session with multiple men. So yeah, she fucking lied and accused them from being the struggle snuggle her. So let's continue. The men had met the victim on a packed street during the festival, striking up a conversation and offering to walk her to her car. But instead, they led her into the building and took turns filming themselves assaulting her. So yeah, they just do what they call a casero or a homemade, an amateur video. Although the perpetrators were arrested the following day, they were initially convicted of the lesser crime of the abuse, prompting tens of thousands of people to hit the streets in protest. Spain is further left, I mentioned it before. After another court upheld the verdict in December 2018, Spain's Supreme Court found them guilty of the struggle snuggle in 2019, even though she later confessed, no, I consent. Excuse me. In the other case, in Manresa, close to Spain's second most populous city, Barcelona, 5 men were accused of taking tours. And struggles no one, a 14-year-old girl in abandoned factory while another watched and masturbated. I don't know about this one. I just know about the first. They were also convicted of the abuse, because under Spanish law at that time, the perpetrator must have used violence or intimidated the victim, how they qualify as the struggle snuggle. So, let I going to resolve this. Perpetrator must have used violence or intimidated the victim. So, I'm going to say this is something that happened. Just for example, this is not case in any singular case in any country, just stating the obvious. But yeah, there are laws to analyze if the perpetrator used violence or intimidated the victim. Alright? So let's continue. Spain joins a league's 13 other countries in Europe with laws that define struggle snuggle based on the absence of consent. According to the Amnesty International, Belgium, Germany, and the United Kingdom are countries with versions of a consent law. Why not surprised? About in 1 in 20 women aged 15 or older in the European Union have been struggle snuggled, or about 9 million women, the Human Rights Organization said in 2018. 1 in 10 women aged 15 or older have experienced some form of struggle snuggle violence, it adds. Now, I'm going to stop here. So, you have a situation, for example, Jeffrey Epstein, Harvey Weinstein, when they struggle snuggle a lot of women. But the thing is the scenario of abuse. For example, if these guys, for example, let's use the first one, Epstein, with that woman called Maxwell, she, along with Epstein, coerced woman into coming to the island, the degenerate island of Epstein. So through cheating and of course scams, they trapped this woman. Because they were having fear, they were having obviously distress because of course they were intimidated. They said yes. So what I mentioned you this law. What they don't tell you about this consent law is like what we mentioned it before. The perpetrator must have used violence or intimidated the victim. With that new law of consent, they take the word yes is yes literally. If a perpetrator used violence or intimidated the victim to say yes, that means a little yes for these fucking laws. So it makes that other perpetrators throw in jail could get free, get out of jail, and even got their sentences reduced because of this fucking law. So the last time I heard, 600 perpetrators of these acts of violence, that certified perpetrators, get free or and get their sentences reduced. So that's what it means. This fucking law, CSE, or me, yes is yes. Uh, Spain is fuck up, and I need to recall this. The Parliament of Women, feminist parliament majority that made it possible. So yeah, Irene Montero, with their fucking feminism, made it possible to make women in Spain so easily be target of perpetrators, both male and female, because not for ourselves, female like Ghislaine Maxwell, that was the right hand of Jeffrey Epstein, was the one helping to do the fucking nasty trafficking. So that's what it is. That's what it means, this law. And this is fuck up. This this fucking woman, Irene Montero, like I mentioned before, she goes from country to country that speaks Spanish and infect them with these ideas. So, hey, every person in Latin America, if this video reached to you, start fighting this woman, start fighting Spain. Because I know countries like mine and everyone else are getting infected by this nonsense. So that's pretty much everything for now. I hope this was so helpful. Well, maybe helpful or boiling out your blood. So that's what it is. This this fucking woman, man. she is this. She's ruining the Rome in the name of feminism. That's pretty much it. Everything I have to say is what I needed to cover for now. So have a great day.